Hello, my name is Anthony Olmos, and today we'll be discussing an analysis of low Earth orbit satellite constellation systems to provide global broadband. This paper by MIT researchers compares 3 large low orbit satellite constellations of the 11 registered proposals with the FCC. These 3, namely SpaceX, OneWeb, and Telesat, are in the advanced stage of development. Despite setbacks suffered by projects proposed in the decade of the 1990s, a new wave to provide global broadband has emerged. Compared to their predecessors, the increased performance that results from the use of digital communication payloads, advanced modulation schemes, multi-beam antennas, and more sophisticated frequency reuse schemes make a compelling investment case. However, the most importantly being the reduction in launch costs. These reduced costs and increased technical capabilities, the increasing demand for broadband, as well as the projections of growth of the mobility in aerial and maritime markets, provide major incentives for the development of these systems. The space race has begun, first with Iridium delivering the final 10 Iridium Next satellites via Falcon 9. This is the first global air traffic surveillance system. We also have Viasat, due to launch in 2019 for a direct-to-consumer broadband provider, and Telesat, and Phase 1 has launched successfully in early 2018 and plans to launch a 117 satellite constellation. In the future, we will have OneWeb with the backing of SoftBank with $3.4 billion to launch a constellation of 720 satellites. And lastly, we have SpaceX with a very large constellation of nearly 12,000 in fiscal year 2027. However, Viasat operates as a global broadband provider through the use of geostationary satellites as shown in the illustration. Viasat has no public intentions to embark on a low orbit endeavor. Doing so limits their consumer base to those not requiring low latency. Due to this, further research will not be conducted on Viasat. Research conducted on the remaining constellations estimated the total system throughput per satellite data rate and operational efficiency. Technical comparison of the systems, excluding coordination, launch schedule, and resource management, concludes that Telesat's proposed constellation is most suitable for efficient operations. Telesat currently sits at a satellite efficiency rate of 58.8, more than double that of SpaceX. Global data consumption is estimated to be 40 terabytes per second. Given that a majority of the world's population falls within a small latitudinal range of 15 to 40 as shown in our diagram, Telesat's integration of cross-linked satellites is capable of handling current demands. This is accomplished with 2 sets of polar orbits and inclined orbits. The polar orbits will provide global general coverage, and the second set will focus on regions where most of the population is concentrated. So what does it mean for us? Outlined in the research, Telesat's constellation will be capable of providing broadband that extends current 4G standards of 100 megabytes per second. The research shows that an upload speeds will be capable of 9.8 gigabytes per second and a download speeds of 558.7 megabytes per second, pushing the limit of what we believe to be 5G. Due to the lack of available data to conduct proper analysis of LORL, further financial analysis will be conducted on Iridium in place of Telesat. Iridium has invested some $3 billion in next-gen networks of low-orbit satellites. Iridium was successful in the launching of their small constellation and now expects a capex holiday of a decade or more, where it expects to see significant cash generation from services. Similar results could occur to Telesat if the proposed constellation is successful in operations. Iridium has extraordinarily strong financials, with revenue growth of 12.2% and EPS next year growth projected at nearly 80%, at a multiples of 14.55 for PE and 17.42 for EV to EBITDA, which clearly reflects in the price change. Valuation of Iridium is pretty straightforward, with commercial and government services projected to grow at high single-digit pace, thanks in part to a new $54 million Department of Defense contract. Total service revenues projected for 2019 are expected to be $442 million, which was reaffirmed by the company in Q1 earnings. Iridium's operating data is also strong, with commercial and government subscriptions expected to grow rapidly through 2023, whilst increasing average revenue per user. This results in a healthy EBITDA through 2023, as we can see free cash flow reversing from the negative to the positive in fiscal year 2019. This is largely in part to CapEx being reduced all the way down from $400 million down to $100 million, as we had discussed earlier with the CapEx holiday. Using Iridium as a surrogate to Telesat shows the potential of a successful constellation launch. Our recommendation, given the rise in Iridium prior to their successful orbit, is we initiate a buy at $34.52 in late 2019. We want to thank Dr. Chen and the Board of Judges. We hope LORL makes its way into your portfolio. Thank you.